hydrogen at all junctions. And most of the hydrogenated fat that is used for making paratha contains a lot of trans fats. So these are all things which come in papers but we conveniently ignore. And this is another financial magnet which categorically showed that Malayalam is running fast in this 108 ambulance, essentially because of the wrong diet as well as the physical inactivity and obviously the famous drinks for Kerala. So then we know the reason why we are in trouble, and essentially how the nutrition transition happens with commercialization is very, very, very easy to know. When I was a child, I used to travel by train from Trivandrum to Madras. You will get only fruits on the way. You will get sabarchili, you will get apple, you will get grapes, plums, so many fruits on the way, and cucumber and all. Now you don't get even a single fruit in the railway station. You will get only lays, padampuri and paratha mutta and other things. So you know how we transform. Because this cheap, energy-dense, tasty food, which has a long shelf life, is what the industry likes. To have this long shelf life should have more fat, more sugar and more salt, and low in what is really needed, that is the vitamins and cell fiber. So then, what is this energy density? What do I mean by that? If you take rice, 100 grams contains 350 calories. When you cook it with vegetables, as well as you cook it with green leafy vegetables and then the sprouted dal and all, its energy density comes down to 1/3, 100 calories per 100 grams. But you refine it and make it into a bakery product, it becomes 600 calories per 100 grams. And most of you would be having some biscuits in your hand packs or something, just read it. 100 grams contain 450 to 650 calories. This is what the difference between the food which your grandmother cooked and what it is freely available in the shelf. So we need to bring down the energy density for your child. You cannot hand over a biscuit packet to your child and relax. So then this is all well advertised. What you should take in plenty is the least advertised. And what you should be taking occasionally is the most advertised. If you see a 2020 cricket, you can see, at least you will see it for every over, you will see this advertisement. And now the companies have started supersizing. This is how the supersizing happened during my generation. How the cola changed, you can see. So then, the easiest way to remember what are unhealthy foods. All food substances which have a longer shelf life contribute to shorter heart health. And the heart healthy substances are the foods which your grandmother prepared out of sprouted dal, green leafy vegetables and fresh fruits and whatever that is freely available from the nature. So then, this is a small example I will show you. This is a food substance which is low in calories, and these are food substances which are little more in calories. And these food substances are as dense as sugar because they are real storage form. The bread and potato, they are as good as taking a sugar. You can take this food substance as such. You can steam and take it. But you don't do it, you either smear it with butter or jam or dip it in oil and convert like this. And this is what Keralites need 3 times a day. No wonder they have to rush to that. I'll just show you what happens when you fry a substance, its water content gets replaced with oil. And this is the most favorite product of Kerala, the banana chips. And if you are interested, you can count the number of oil that is dripping when you burn a banana chip. The only most important and useful thing in a banana is the vitamin C content. And when you fry it, you lose it. Then what happens? You make it energy dense by adding more oil. Then you add some color. And then you add some salt into it. And that is why the former health minister, Dr. Anbumani Ramdas, was very kind enough to tell in public. They are not good at it. Stop endorsing chips. They are harmful to health. When Saif Ali Khan was admitted with a heart problem. But this is something which we none of us saw when it came in the papers. So then you can go to the National Geographic site, which will clearly tell you how you can make a heart healthy food, heart unhealthy. So you can take tomato. If you look at the heart worthiness, it is 96 if you take it as such. To make it into a juice, it is capable of increasing your blood sugar level fast and doesn't have any time, it doesn't take much time to get digested. So heart worthiness comes down by 1/3. Once you add more salt and then sauce and make it into a soup, its heartworthiness comes down by 1/5. Once you make it into a tomato fry, it is no longer useful for the heart. So then, just to please the first 2.5 centimeters of our gastrointestinal tract, the place called tongue, you converted a heart healthy food into a heart unhealthy. Should you really do that? So then, you will ask me what food you should take. It's very simple. You should take a very big handful of green leafy vegetables and fresh vegetables and salads. And cereals, grains and fruits, a handful. And if you are taking protein, a palmful. And if you are taking sweets and oil, a thumbful. The amount of oil you need is what you need for seasoning, because our excess requirement is so low. So once you have seasoned your food, for that you can use any oil. There is nothing to select on that. So we have to bring down the energy content of our food, everyday food we consume, and we have to increase our physical activity. And then we have to transform our schools from this, you have entrance exam and exit exam to LKG, to a playful place where the children can develop their muscles and more. So then, how much time does it take for the science to penetrate the society? And this is one of the best examples. When Edward Jenner came out with the smallpox vaccination in 1797, the first place to start producing vaccine outside his laboratory was Trivandrum. The Travancore Maharaja brought this to Trivandrum, and still the Keralites refused to take the vaccine. So in 1803, the whole royal family came to the public health lab and took vaccination to just impress upon the people how important it is. And still it took 200 years for us to eradicate smallpox. Something which was just one wonderful success for the medical fraternity. So then what we are doing now today, whether it is your child or is your cat, we increase the salt content in its food and make its blood pressure more. Increase the sugar content and increase its blood sugar more. And fat content is increased so its fat level is more. The physical inactivity breeds obesity, and bonds became very fragile because of physical inactivity. And with adolescent they start take to spirit, smoking, and the stress of entrance and exit exam, we end up in heart attack and cancers. And obviously we need more of these fanatic services. So then, we have to be very frank. We have to tell our children, it is good you celebrate your birthday, but not by cutting a cake, because it is one of the most energy-dense foods which can give to your child. You have to tell them they should cut either a watermelon or a papaya, which is the best thing they can do. And in fact, when I did it to a school, many children did it. They are much more sensible than most of us, and they have to be physically active. I started with the pollution which the CFL lab does, and I end up with another pollution story. Because now the election is on the stage, and we have got so much of temples and other things which makes a lot of noise. The decibel pollution. The music is good, provided it is below 65 decibels. Above 65 decibels is harmful to your body. And court order says that any loudspeaker system should not exceed 75 decibels. And when you hear a loud noise, all the hormones pour in, your heart rate grows up, your blood pressure grows up, blood sugar grows. You get ready for something abnormal. And that is what happens when you take your baby to the DTS theatre. The baby starts crying. But we tell the child, no, I paid for the ticket, you are supposed to enjoy. The outcome of this noise, you know, our children, because even the school buses now have loud noise. These children can't talk to each. They have to listen to this loud noise. How miserable it is. So we need to return back the childhood we had to our society. They should be playful, their dress should be convenient, should be comfortable for our society. And we need to say that we don't need this when somebody comes for donation for this temple system. So then, that is why today I start before you with this lecture. I am sure you will imbibe the essence of it, and I want you to have a good interaction and convert this interaction into action at home as well as the society. And thank you so much for the patience.